What's up, you beautiful buttercups? Jane, welcome.
Look at the touch up that this is doing.
Why do you always get the touch up? I need the.
I mean, if I back up, you're gonna get the touch up.
You guys, there's a thing that
and then now look
does.
at your
look fuzzy and radiant.
This is what I really look like.
We're sitting here talking about how raw our noses are.
Yeah,
because we got the sniffles from all the pollen.
There's pollens and
hi Poppy, hi Bonnie, hi Judith.
Wind and stuff. Okay, I need you to move out of the camera because I liked it when I. Hello. Hi. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Q&A Monday. Oh, Amber, you're so sweet. No, you know what? It's
Amber,
funny because we did not know that this happened until we were interviewing somebody.
And I was like, why do you have a baby face?
And then we realized that we could do this, and it's way bigger. It's way more than it should be.
It's not real, so it doesn't matter. How many cats do we have, Poppy? Currently, we have 5 beautiful babies. 2 boys.
One of them is about to be on the cover of a magazine.
2 boys, 3 girls. One of the girls
is
about to be on the cover of Las Vegas Pet Scene magazine here in Las Vegas. We're super excited about it. No doubt Jay will get it framed, and we will do a story post about it.
For shizzle.
Yes.
Yes. We are so good at Jolene.
Oh no, here we go.
Yeah, we are.
If you're moving with your kitties, please shoot us a DM. I know you've got our, I think IG, I think you're on a couple platforms. But there's an awesome blog, like all the stuff. Like we can tell you,
15 tips on how to move
get them used to their carrier, do practice trips. There's sort of calming things that you can do along the way. Catnip can be very calming. Cat Calm is awesome to start. That's what we used. Box Rescue Remedy, Jolene, yes. There's so many things, but this blog, I would recommend that you print it out and just kind of go through it as you prepare for the move.
And then we also have another one that is how to get our cats used to a new home. That's also very helpful.
Ellie is in the house.
Hi, Ellie, out in the house.
A minute, you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I get so excited. We just got off.
You get so excited about so many things.
Shut up.
It's true. Why is that wrong? Don't tell me to shut up. It's cute.
It is true. I do get excited easily. But we were just on TikTok, and then we were on Instagram, and then when we were about to, it's on our website. All of it, Narissa, is all on our website. But you can DM us, you can text us, you can whatever, and we will shoot you links directly, because sometimes I know websites are hard to navigate, but we know it backwards and forwards. So you have a question, shoot us a DM, we'll send it to you. Are there other cats in the house?
Ellie, real quick. Do you know that, so it is thought, this is fascinating that you asked this question.
Read the question.
Ellie asked, why does a cat's black fur turn reddish? What's fascinating is, because we looked into this, you know that we have Friday and Zorro. They're our little panther twins, a girl and a boy. Zorro, the boy, looks like the copper tone dude anytime the sun hits him. Friday, when the sun hits her, not at all. So it's almost like what we were looking up was basically there's almost like an oxidation effect that happens with certain cats. The more time that they spend in the sun, the more that will actually change their fur color in the sun to kind of a copper tone. So, and you can go down the rabbit hole on different minerals and stuff in their diet, whatever. But knowing that Friday and Zorro eating the identical diets that they do, being siblings from the same womb, have that interesting effect. I don't know if it's that Zorro spends more time in the sun or if it's just that his fur is more prone to it. But there's a couple different things out there.
Sandra says, how and when do you rotate your raw food, and how many brands and proteins? This is a great question. So today we posted a cat tip on variety in our cat's food and how important it is, so that they can get the full on effect of all of the nutrient profiles within different proteins and different brands, right? So there's not one answer that is correct when it comes to how often. They say that you want to rotate at least 3 to 5 brands a month. That's what they say. We do a lot more than that. Whenever like we have trained our kittens or cats since they were kittens to eat lots of different types of brands and different types of proteins.
That does not
So we
mean
do
those are
it-
full meals though, because sometimes like we've got like a staple, their
Yeah.
raw diet, like a staple meal, and we add in those new proteins, different brands to that. Sometimes they are crazy about a brand new brand, and that's great. Sometimes they need a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Persuasion. So we'll mix small bits
Yeah.
of a different protein or
Yep.
a different brand in.
Yep.
So just play with it. I mean, the
So,
bigger
like,
thing is just
for
adding
instance,
variety.
we just posted today about Viva Raw. They came out with a goat
Goat.
formula. It's like free range or like organic
From
goat
Australia.
from Australia. And they're really big on doing like all kinds of novel proteins, which are great for our cats and dogs. Cats can be quite finicky though.
So
Friday is our go-to. She is like
She
she
loves Chinese
is.
stuff.
It is so hard to get her to eat her daily meals, every single meal, every single day. As far as like her raw, she wants to eat it in a specific place. In it, like we have to chase her around the house to eat. But when it comes to a random eel or elk or goat or something like that, she's our go-to because
Yeah.
you give her something new just right out. Don't even warm it up.
Trickery.
She eats it so fast.
Amber nailed it.
But none of our other cats will eat the goat.
Yeah,
To be very honest. So
need
but we have it. We got
trickery.
it. So we're going to feed it to them. We're just going to add it in very slowly into their favorite, which is rabbit and chicken, right? And
Right
rabbit
now.
and chicken right now is their favorite. So we're just add in a little bit
Yeah.
so that they can get their the benefits of the different proteins.
Yes.
Really
Sandy
long way
Cat,
to
hello
answer
to
that.
you. Lisa, hello to my favorite cat ladies. Glad you're back for Q&A Monday. We're so glad to be back for
We are
Q&A
so
Monday.
glad to be back.
We were just talking about how often we've canceled it because of different things. I was traveling last week.
Traveling.
Yeah, but Amber Bain, you hit the nail on the head when it comes to switching stuff up and adding variety. Sometimes she said trickery. That's what I call it for her girl, cricket.
Yes.
That is so needed sometimes. Hi, Lisa. What are the best foods to feed a 2-year-old Persian cat? Again, it's, for all domesticated cats, you can trace it back to all domesticated cats
There are not
are
specific
95.6% DNA identical to
Siberian
tigers.
tigers, right?
So it's a species appropriate diet.
Right.
And think about it like-
so we're talking about the feline species, not a Persian species versus, like that's,
Yeah.
we're talking about
Although
the species.
Persians, the one
Not
thing I
the
would say
breed.
for Persians is whisker stress. Whisker stress could be
Even harder.
even harder for our
So
Persian
feed them from a
babies.
platter.
So feed them from a plate or a shallow bowl or a platter. That can be really helpful. But yeah, species appropriate diets are really
What was
where it's
that
at.
litter that you recommended on
Catalyst.
IG? Catalyst litter
Litter.
is really, link is in our bio. Catalyst
Really
litter,
great litter.
really great, great.
So
litter.
I'm going to tell you
We
the
have a
awesome
few
things
different
about it.
awesome ones.
Here's what it comes to with litter in general. Everyone's always like, I want a litter that doesn't track anywhere, that doesn't do this, that. We've got to find that litter other than pine pellet litter. Pine pellet litter was definitely our favorite. We love it, but not all of our babies did. So the number one litter rule is get a litter that your cats will use. Catalyst litter is
That's
great.
safe.
It's safe. It's natural. It's soft. It's naturally clumping. It will still track a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just get ready for it. And I want to just say there is some cheap little, it's not cheap. It was $79, but compared to some of these things, Sissy's the one that introduced us to it. Jen Noel here on our beautiful executive director. Hi, you gorgeous girl. She got us this vacuum cleaner, and it goes under everything, to go under dressers, all that kind of stuff. Get a good vacuum to go with any litter that your cats will use, because it is
Judith in the house. How is the new selenite lamp? Jay, is the desk any lighter yet? Yeah, you know what?
Judith.
What's interesting is Sissy got us the selenite lamp, and I put it on my desk immediately. The spraying on the desk has stopped a little bit. I haven't yet started purging. It was on my list to start today, but I didn't have time. It was a crazy day. It's Monday, but this week and this weekend, I am going to be purging a lot of that negative stuff that is just clutter in my desk. So I expect it very soon to be a lot better, even better than it is now. But it feels better just to me.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Can you tell me if my cat's a calico or a tortoiseshell?
Wait. She has a very little white and not patchy in color, more blended. We're not white. So calicos are considered more like 70 to 80% white. Like they're under their paws, their undercoat, and then they've got black and orange and white. Torties are going to have more of like a tabby color. It's going to kind of run in more. There's
like
not
browns and oranges.
There's not going to be a lot of white. White is a very dominant color for calicos.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a tortie.
My gosh, I love you guys so much. So I don't know if I finished that sentence that I said at the beginning. Like I said before,
I feel like your Monday's catching up with you. Are you all right?
Before we jumped on, I said I really hope that like Facebook is just like I miss catching up with you guys, like just being like, "What's up?" and then this is what's happening. But not to say I don't love answering your questions. That's what we do all day long, every day. We thrive on that. We thrive on helping you help your cats. But it's also so much fun to just like have our peeps, and our main peeps are like here on Facebook that are like, "Hey Jay, how's your selenite lamp? Hey, what happened with your panties yesterday?" Just kidding. We don't wear panties.
Wow, Ursula, back to earth. A cat is trapped in the air vent with her kittens at the school I work at. How do I lure her out with the babies? I've been begging the principal not to call animal control because I'm told they just kill. He's listening for now.
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay. So Ursula, if there's any, do you have, you work at a school, do you have kids that can get in to?
I don't know about, no.
I would do it.
No. Do you have any idea the stuff people would have to write up for their kid crawling in an air vent? Good idea. I know that you would do it, but no. I mean, no.
Look, so I would send Freya into the vent.
Ursula, you know what? I'm thinking this is not our forte. I don't know how to lure out of like if she found a place
for mama, but
if she found a place in an air vent, she's feeling like it's a safe place. I kind of feel like
maybe
this is a question for Kitten Lady or Trap King. Oh, he may have some tricks. I don't know. I mean, if there's not a way to get somebody up in the air vent, that
he would have some great
help.
Go to Trap King.
Yeah, kids cannot go in.
Trap King
even Ursula knows that. You can't send children up there.
I would do it like if I were a kid. I would be like, oh no, please let me up there. I will get them. Sure. I will help.
Do you know that you need parental consent for stuff like crawling around in air vents?
Where are we? I mean,
calm down.
We didn't back in my
Ursula,
day.
don't worry.
Back in my day, we didn't need that.
But yes, Ellie, voice of reason. Thank you. Yes, please message Sterling. She said, Ursula Fabiano, you're going to need to trap her. I would reach out to Sterling, Trap King Davis. Yes, I think that's your best bet.
Sorry.
I've never. You got to hand it to that mama for being so resourceful in a very populated area to be like, ooh, an air vent. I'll have my babies here. God bless you. God bless you for helping animal control take a gentler route, and hopefully Sterling can come up with some great ideas because I don't know. Yolanda asked, do you have a specific brand of plate that I can use for my cats? They have started eating only the food in the center of the bowls. That is
yes. You can go to you can go to our link in our bio. Pet Platter.
Like mine.
Like it's mine. Pet Platter.
Friday won't be here. Here it is.
Yeah, here's one.
We've
got some food on it too.
It is a platter.
Mine Pet Platter.
Don't turn it too much. It's a little juicy.
They love it, and
it's got the ridge and everything around the divots.
So they can lick in. Like it's fantastic. We did an entire series actually here on Facebook and YouTube, and on our podcast about like the feline feeding center, like why it's so important for cats to eat.
Sandra, Jay, send kids to the air vent. I know. Jay would.
What-
Jay was
Wouldn't
Jay's
you guys do that?
Jay's nickname growing up was Rowdy. Do you think that she ever asked for parental consent about anything?
No.
She's like, I will go up in the air vent.
No.
Oh, even though these are domestic cats, could a wildlife rehabilitator help? Lori, I don't know. It's a great idea. I would at least look into it. Reach out to Sterling. Sterling has so many tricks up his sleeve
He
when
is
it
just
comes
always making us like
he's so brilliant.
he is
and compassionate. Like if anyone knows
he
a trick
teaches
that
us
could
new things
use,
every time we talk to him.
Yeah.
Literally every time we talk to him, we learn new things. So we're like, oh my God, that's a great idea. And he's like, yeah, old news.
Zenaida. I don't know if I slaughtered her name, Zenaida. My 3-year-old cat got blocked at 1 year old. My old vet has him on Science RX CD stress. Finally have integrated vet. We want to switch to small batch freeze dried. My puppy thrives on it.
Good. Great decision. Great decision. When you really look at these
Moisture
prescription diets,
so
right?
important.
Yeah, when you look at the prescription diets, if you read the ingredient list, you'll see that like there's really not much of a difference between the very expensive prescription diet to their commercial diet. But they will add in like a supplement or something like that. There are so many really awesome supplements that you can get on the market to help urinary health. I mean, whatever that
I would
issue
really
is,
recommend.
you can add it in to a complete and balanced fresh food diet that's going to go, I mean, way, way, way better. It's going to be so much healthier for your cats, long-term, short-term, both, by just giving them what their bodies need.
And I would look into, so if you're nervous about this, I love that you have an integrated vet now. Small batch is great. Small batch makes those little pucks, so you can try their raw as well to get more moisture, natural moisture in the food. Dr. Karen Becker did a great podcast at one point and talking about the difference of rehydrating freeze-dried food, which is whole food, which is awesome. Yo, D!
What's up, D?
D in the house. Hey, Denise. Rehydrating freeze-dried food with water versus natural moisture found in non-dehydrated meats. So I would definitely try to, my vet has a Tinkle tonic now. I would definitely try to incorporate more moisture rich foods as well, along with the small batch freeze dried. But those small batch pucks are great if you can even mix in a little bit with the rehydrated freeze dried to add more of that natural moisture in, and the Tinkle tonic as well.
Narisa said, I use Dollar Tree plates. Great. Now, I just heard the Dollar Tree closed down.
What?
Did they? Yeah, I just heard like on the news. Maybe it was just a bunch of stores, but I feel like Dollar Tree used to be. But on a budget, you can feed your cat from the best, like way better than a small little dish.
My only word of caution would be, I don't know what Dollar Tree plates are, but plastic can be difficult for cats. You're gonna over time, right? The bacteria leaches into plastic. We can't actually clean it. So I know that there's disposable plates, and that's fine. But it does kind of take a toll on the landfills. So that's why we really love the Mind Pet platters, because it's a one and done. I'm going to tell you, I know it's like we even thought like a little bit of sticker shock, right? Because it's like $40 for one of them, but it's lifetime. It's cellulose fiber. It's a great thing. Denise is asking if I can take
my cat a nun for the rest of her. Wait, this is the most hilarious question. I love this. Should I keep my cat a nun for the rest of her life or get her fixed? This is a great question. I love the way that you worded that.
Oh my God.
I love the way that you worded that. Okay. So here's the thing when it comes to our female cats. All the research isn't out there, but the research that is out there shows that cats that are not female cats that are not spayed are at higher risk of cancer. Versus cats that are spayed. So if we can get them spayed at, they don't need to be spayed at like 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. No.
Wait until she's fully mature.
It's best if we can.
With girls, you want to get them spayed. If they do hit their first heat before they're spayed, you want to wait, work with your vet and get them spayed in between heats. So you're going to have to kind of time that out. But the science does show, especially for our girls, that there are certain types of cancer that they can avoid by being spayed. And I think that's kind of like the same with, it's like if they're not reproducing on a regular basis, and they're just going into heat all the time. I think it's more of a stress thing, right? Like you think about how cancer works, it's like, I think that's why they're more prone, because they're constantly going into heat and going through that very traumatic experience, but they're not having babies. So I would go ahead and get her fixed.
Do you say, can I take Virex myself?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you can. And Jennifer Lopez said, yes.
Lisa, why would a young, healthy, long-haired cat let herself get large mats in her coat? She won't let me brush her or shave her. I'm going to have to take her to the vets. This is tough. I would be curious to know where those mats are at, just because our Annie,
when we can't brush
had
them,
one, because she will not have the brush-ins yet. She doesn't like me playing with her.
She'll do it on the outside now, not on the inside, but we can brush her on the outside.
Yes, we are live, Brandy. Hey, I would be curious, because I think with Annie,
glass plates, perfect.
Oh, glass plates are great. With our Annie Belle, it's been a month now. It was before I left for Tennessee, but I found a mat on her. I always do rub downs with our babies, and I found a mat, and I was like, how is that possible? She's a fastidious groomer. She has very long hair.
And she's super young.
And she's very young.
But it's like
and she doesn't want to be groomed. It took a minute to try to pop that mat out, but I don't know why. I would look at ways like increasing her omega-3s, maybe doing something that you can do to help kind of lubricate that
slowly.
coat.
Well, and slowly desensitize her to the brush, right? To where it becomes like
that's what we're trying to do with Annie.
Yeah. Because we started with the super soft. I wish I had that. It's in my office, but we have this brush it's like a baby brush. Yeah. It is the softest brush. It's not something that's going to even really do much for their fur, but it's like a baby brush. And
she loves to rub up against
she's like, I just gave it to her for the first time. This is at the beginning of our brushing stages. I gave it to her, and she sniffed it and sniffed it and sniffed it. And it's made of goats. Is it goat?
Goat hair.
Goat hair?
It's some natural fibers.
It's some natural, yeah. And so it smells different to them. And so she smelled it, and she just started rubbing herself. And I was like, okay, this is how we're going to start. And so and it's a super soft brush, right? Then
it's not a grooming brush.
Yeah.
But it will help her get used to.
Then you can move to a little bit stronger, maybe a glove brush, right? If she loves to be petted, then we have a glove brush that you can get on Amazon for cheap. And it's just, she likes her. So we just pet her. And we're getting some of that off, and that's great. And then we can kind of move to her belly. She's getting there where she lays down, and I'm like, oh, and she's like, and I'm like, it's okay. And just go, right? And then a little bit more.
Yeah, trying to get her used to it. Leanne said, I love my Cosmo. I would like to start harness training him. I've got a very minimal but safe harness with leash attachments
on his
back,
not neck.
Any tips? Did you get it from Surfer Cat? Because we have learned so much about harness training cats from Surfer Cat Math. We've got a podcast on YouTube.
Just start
about it.
small.
Yes.
Start small. Start in a small area like your backyard, something where they can't escape from it. We started with all of these.
We tried all different kinds of harnesses.
Leashes.
The ones that were like all Velcro and covered the chest and then clipped around.
They were so cute.
And it seemed like that was secure. We learned a lot from Surfer Cat Math. Nick and Kayla with Surfer Cat are brilliant. They and their cat travel all over the world. And it really is about cats not liking a lot of harness on their vitals. So it's a very minimal escape proof to this point harness for cats. It sounds like you kind of have the same thing because it does attach
we found
on the back, on the neck.
Yeah. When he's been really freaked out in this one from Surfer Cat, no escaping. But the other ones, like we were with both of our Black Panthers outside and we were like, yes, let's do this. And we brought him outside, and then there was a big noise. Like we can't control that, right? Big noise that happens.
And
both of them out of their harnesses, and we're like, it was a traumatic event
for us.
It was a traumatic event.
For tips though, Leanne, real quick, there is a great resource on, I think she's on Facebook. I know she's on Instagram, and she's got a lot of videos on YouTube, cat.school.com. Great.
Also
harness
great.
training videos.
But Surfer Cat also has
Surfer Cat
like
has
a
some,
full training program. Like you
yes,
can, yeah,
please reach out
really,
to them.
really great.
Nick and
Really, really
Kayla,
great. And yeah.
beautiful humans.
Marietta said, I understand it's a very personal decision, but what do you do with your cats that passed away? Do you cremate them and keep their ashes? Have you ever buried them in your yard? Great question. Okay. So,
Both, honestly, our family cats, I know that they're buried in my folks' yard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But for us, we do the cremation and we keep them.
Yeah. But here's another added tip to that. So if you guys have other cats, this is something that we've learned along our journey. If you guys have other cats in your home and you know that it's the end of, it's the winding down series, it's time for your kitty to go. If you can afford, if you can, plan to, instead of that Mack truck type situation where you wait until it's like last minute and then it's like emergency and you have, sometimes that happens. That has happened to us for the majority of our situations. If you know that it is time and your cat is saying it is time to go, if you can do an at-home euthanasia and so that your other cats in the home can smell and understand what just happened. They're not confused about, oh, you just rushed out with this cat and they never come home. Then it really does make a big difference in the overall grieving situation in the home. It makes a huge difference actually, for the other animals to know what, in our experience, what the other like animals know now versus what they know when we rush out. Now, in those situations where we still have to rush out, like it was with Biddles, like it was with Pooh Bear, like Mama, if we can take back the blanket in which, I know this sounds towel, blanket, whatever it is, in which they passed in, and take that back to, because we can't control all the situations. If we can take something back, the smell, the sense that our cats have are so powerful and so strong that they understand better what we've been taught. They understand better if we can bring that towel or blanket or whatever it is back into our home in those Mack truck type situations.
Let the baby smell it.
So, and let the other animals in the house smell it. It at least lets them, yeah.
You guys, we are already past time and we have our beautiful Sissy who has a very busy night. She's had a very busy day.
Kimberly, we are Jay and Adrian.
Yes. Kimberly, thank you so much for just remembering that we're here. So thanks for joining us. Judith, yes, you're so right. It's such a better situation for the humans too, in my opinion, when they can transition at home.
Yeah.
If it's possible, it really has felt like such a gift. We know it's not always possible, but what was it, Lindsay, that shared the quote that said, our cats give us so many of our best days and one of the worst, right? Like we get to spend this beautiful life with these beautiful beings, and then so often we have to make that decision. It's just a hard time, but it is part of life. We've all kind of been there at some point, but if we can do that transition at home, you guys, it has really helped make it so much more peaceful, not just for us, but for our babies too, to know. It's interesting, when Twist passed, we scheduled it.
It's so, and like so close to
our cats held vigil for him. Like they knew what was going on. With Pooh Bear, it was the Mack truck, and we brought the blanket home and we let everyone sit with it.
Although I think,
but it's fascinating it helps our grief to be considerate of their grief, and Judith, you're so right. If we can just do that peacefully in our home, it's a gift to us and to
know that they, and to know that their last moments were in their safest and most loving place.
Yes.
Don't we all want to go like we all say like, we'd love to just die in our sleep in our bed,
right?
And like, well, I don't want to die in
the Notebook style.
Yeah.
We're
I don't want to die in a
hospital
somewhere. I don't want to die in like we all say that. But it really is like with our kitties. I mean, it's so traumatic, right? For our cats to go to the vet. So if we can, if it's at all possible, it's not always possible. It's not always possible, but if it is possible, and when we are in connection with our kitties, then it is, it is helpful in those last moments.
You guys,
sorry to end on a sad
no,
note.
it's not. This is life, and life is beautiful. And sometimes,
and death isn't the end of life.
I feel grateful for our boys right
I mean,
now. They're always with us in some way. You
I guess that's
guys,
the definition.
um,
Whatever, you know what
it's
I mean.
been a hot minute since we've been back. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We look forward to being back next Monday. So if we missed your question, shoot us the DM, shoot us a text. But we hope to see you back here next week.
Yes.
We love you guys so much. Go love your babies. Give them some special boobs tonight. And we'll see you guys soon.
Yes.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.